Hello kids! So welcome to our new lesson for PE and Health for grade 5. So we are now at quarter 1, week 3, and we're going to discuss stress reduction activities. So small habits, big impact. So last time we talked about how bullying affects at the same time harassment and what else? Yung exclusion and violent related, no? Paano siya nakakaapekto sa ating mga estudyante? Paano nakakaapekto sa ating mga mag-aaral? So, bata man or matanda, merong negative effect ang mga bullying, harassment, and violent related na mga ginagawa no sa ating mga kabataan. So after discussing all of those things, paano siya i-handle, how to deal with it, how to prevent bullying. So for this week, we're going to discuss what are the activities that we can do para mabawasan yung ating stress at mabawasan yung ating anxiety at hindi tayo mapunta lalo, hindi tayo mabaon lalo, no? Ano ba yung mga pwede nating gawin? So we're going to discuss about the stress-reducing benefits of physical activity and various physical activities that can help in reducing stress, such as exercise, hobbies, and indoor and outdoor activities. So we can do a lot of things para ma-divert yung ating utak. Hindi tayo mag-isip ng mga kung ano-ano na may kinalaman sa mga bagay-bagay na nakaka-apekto sa atin, including stress, no? Actually, stress is hindi lang naman talaga siya nakaka-apekto sa mga mag-aaral, but all of us, napakaraming stressor sa paligid natin, and we really need to do something about it. Kumbaga, tayo din ang mag-decide kung paano natin mahahandle, paano tayo magiging stress-free sa kabila ng mga bagay-bagay na nangyayari sa paligid natin. So, of course, hindi talaga natin maiwasan na hindi tayo maapektuhan, pero we can do something para mabawasan at para ma-divert yung attention natin sa mga ganitong bagay. Okay, so we have here some short review, stressor or not. So you're going to read the scenario carefully and decide if the situation can cause you stress. Okay, so or not. So be ready to explain your answer. So scenario 1, you have a big test coming next week and you haven't had much time to study because of other school activities. Of course, it can really cause us stress. So yung time management, sabay-sabay yung mga activities, sabay-sabay yung mga dating ng mga deadlines ng ating mga projects, mga performance tasks, and then big test na, summative test na, or periodical test na, and you haven't even opened your notebook or your notes to look into it, or hindi ka pa nakakapanood ng mga videos ni Teacher Aiza para mag-review ano ba yung mga dapat na important things na dapat nating i-note, no? So talaga medyo nagkakos yun ng stress. So of course, the answer for that would be time management, hindi ba? So kapag malapit na yung test, kailangan maging aware tayo yung ating mga deadlines and all para naagapan natin. So 1 week before the exam, may schedule ka man or wala, or 1 to 2 weeks before the exam. So binibigay naman ni teacher yung mga important dates natin, hindi ba? So 1 to 2 weeks before the big test, medyo mag-unti-unti ka na mag-review, balikan mo especially yung mga lessons na hindi mo masyadong naintindihan. So para when the time comes na mag-exam na, so hindi ka na masyadong nangangarag sa pag-aaral or pagre-review. Next, we have scenario 2, you're playing your favorite game with your friends during the weekend. So wala tayong stress dito because you're having fun playing with your friends. Tapos favorite game mo pa. So talagang yung attention natin nandoon lang, and then focus na focus tayo sa game without thinking a lot of things. Scenario 3, you're excited about performing in the school talent show but nervous about forgetting your line. So, nakakapagbigay ito ng stress because you need to perform well, no, sa ating or sa inyong gagawing school talent show. So, yung magpe-perform pa lang sa harap ng marami can really cause stress, no, sa ating mga estudyante. So scenario 4, you have a disagreement with a friend during lunchtime. So anything na may disagreement can really cause stress to us. Okay, and then your parents tell you that you're going on a surprise family vacation to your favorite amusement park. So of course, walang stressor dito because you're going to have fun with your family. Okay, so going back to our 5 scenarios, so we can see those are the things. Some of them can give us stress, and some of these scenarios can make us relax and enjoy the day with our family and friends. Okay, so one way, but to start off, one way of forgetting the stress that we had is to um, going on a vacation or just going to an amusement park or spending time with your family and friends, having a sip of coffee, playing your favorite video game, or playing physical activities with them. So, ito yung isa sa mga paraan para makapag-distress tayo. Yung halakhak, di ba napakalaking bagay kapag tayo ay humahagalpak sa tawa. Parang nakakapagod siya pero nare-release natin yung emotions natin. And after that, parang ang gaan-gaan ng ating pakiramdam. Okay. So, our lesson purpose for this week is to recognize the role and value of physical activities in reducing stress. Explore the benefits of physical activity for stress reduction and practice stress reduction techniques through physical activities. So for this week, we're going to focus on physical activities that we can do to reduce our stress. Okay, so let's unlock our content vocabulary for this week. First one is sedentary, so involving little exercise and physical activity. So yung mga taong tinatawag nilang may sedentary lifestyle, meaning to say hindi active yung kanilang lifestyle. Mostly ito yung ating mga kababayan, mga nag-office work na most of the time. So sa 8 hours na working hours nila ay mostly nakaupo, no? So yun yung medyo type na ng sedentary lifestyle. So hindi masyadong tumatayo, hindi masyadong naglalakad, more on nakaupo lang. Yung iba parang sa loob ng 8 hours nakaupo lang talaga. So, yun yung klase ng sinasabi natin or tinutukoy dito na sedentary. Next, anxiety is an emotion characterized by feeling of tension, worried thoughts, and physical changes like increased blood pressure. So, anxiety, ito yung nararamdaman mo na parang may natetension ka, natatakot ka, parang hindi mo malaman parang umiikot ba yung tiyan mo, o kaya parang bumibilis yung tibok ng puso mo, o kaya naman di ba yung parang ang lakas ng heartbeat mo, damang-dama mo yung pagkabog ng dibdib mo. And for some, nag-increase yung kanilang blood pressure. Okay, so next is dopamine. Dopamine is a chemical messenger that is naturally released from nerve cells in your brain. One of its function is to create a good feeling after you do something enjoyable. Okay, so when we talk about dopamine, it's a special chemical made by our brain. So it's like a little helper that sends messages inside your brain and makes you feel happy or excited when something good happens. So imagine your brain has tiny happy buttons and dopamine presses those buttons when you eat your favorite food, you win a game, someone gives you a compliment, you get a hug from someone you love. So it helps you feel good, stay motivated, and even helps you learn new things. Okay, so but remember, too much or too little dopamine can cause problems. So that's why your brain tries to keep it just right. All right. Now we have serotonin. So serotonin sends signals between your nerve cells. It may help regulate many body functions, including mood, bowel movements, and sleep, among others. So serotonin is another special chemical in your brain or in our brain that helps you feel calm, happy, and peaceful. So think of serotonin like a mood helper. So it helps you feel relaxed, sleep well at night, stay in good mood, and get along with others. So when you spend time with your friends, you play outside, or get enough sleep, your brain makes more serotonin and helps you feel better inside. So but again, our brain doesn't have enough serotonin. So you might feel sad or grumpy. That's why it is important to take care of our body and mind. Diba? Ano ba yung ating mga tayo, di ba? Lalo pag halimbawa medyo kulang tayo sa tulog. Pero kapag maganda yung tulog natin, maganda rin yung ating gising. Tama po ba? So, napansin ko yan, no, sa aking baby. Kapag maganda yung tulog niya, pag gising niya, nakasmile, no? At parang happy-happy siya sa naging sleep niya. So, nakakatulong siya para mapaganda yung ating mood for the day. So, parang happy ang buong araw natin kapag maganda ang gising. Pero kapag hindi maganda ang gising, parang bugnot ka buong araw. Okay. So, stress-reducing benefits of physical activity. So, the World Health Organization or WHO established standards and guidelines regarding physical activity for kids and teenagers. So, this is for ages 5 to 17. So daily moderate to vigorous activity. So should do at least an average of 60 minutes per day of moderate to vigorous intensity, mostly aerobic physical activity across the week. So if as much as we can, so we should at least have an average of 60 minutes of exercise, all right, or physical activity. So to keep us stress-free, hindi ba nakakabawas ng stress. Strengthen muscles and bones should incorporate vigorous intensity aerobic activities as well as those that strengthen muscle and bone at least 3 days a week. And then limit sedentary screen time. Should limit the amount of time spent being sedentary, particularly the amount of recreational screen time. Pero for some, no, mas nare-relax sila sa pagpapanood, no, pag-watch ng TV, nagbi-binge watch sila. Halimbawa, yung mga series, alam natin minsan ang isang series ay 1 hour ang 1 hour and 15 minutes or 1 hour and 10 minutes ang isang episode. Meron siyang 16 episodes. So, halimbawa, matagal mo nang pinatapos mo muna yung drama bago mo siya panoorin para mas gusto mo kasi yung tuloy-tuloy. So, 16 hours kang nakaupo or 16 hours kang nakahiga. So, we should limit din. So, kasi hindi rin siya nagiging maganda. Parang tamad na tamad ang feeling natin after. Although na-relax ka, pero parang iba yung pakiramdam mo. Parang gusto mo nakahiga ka na lang lagi. So, however, according to 2019 study by the Philippine Food and Nutrition Research Institute, or the FNRI, 84.6% of teenagers in the Philippines between the ages of 10 and 17 are not meeting the recommended amount of physical activities for health. Young Filipinos are very likely to be physically inactive, which presents a public health concern that requires careful consideration from regional public health authorities and stakeholders. Higher levels of physical activity in children and youth are linked to lower levels of stress and reduced stress reactivity, or the body's response to stress. Children and youth with high levels of stress also tend to spend more time sedentary. The mechanisms behind this relationship remain mainly unclear. On the other hand, young people who engage in different forms of physical activity appear to be more resilient and capable of handling stress. So we have here an example of physical activity, Stress Buster Challenge. Okay, so in this activity, you are going to decide whether each activity is a stress-reducing activity. So say yes or not, or no, based on their understanding of stress reduction techniques. Okay, so these activities are varied to prompt you to think critically about what constitutes a stress-reducing activity for kids like you. You are encouraged to think about the benefits of physical activity for stress reduction and promote a healthy and active lifestyle. Okay, so taking a short walk at the park, sleeping all day long, playing a fast-paced game of ball games with friends, riding a bike around a nearby park for 15 minutes, sitting and watching for 30 minutes, playing video games for 2 hours straight, participating in a dance class with friends after school, watching YouTube videos on your phone for an hour after dinner, participating, okay, same thing, and then playing patintero with friends at the park on the weekend. So let's examine the difference between physical activity and exercise. Movement that uses energy and is performed by the muscle is called physical activity. To put it in another way, movement itself indicates physical activity. Exercise is intentional, repetitive, systematic movement with the goal of enhancing or maintaining physical fitness. Being physically active at a young age has been shown to lower anxiety and depression rates in children and adolescents. Their mood may be lifted by exercise since it strengthens the brain's ability to handle stress. So children who exercise or participate in physical activity benefit from the following. Okay, number 1, improves mental health or mental well-being and promotes relaxation in kids. Number 2, improves self-esteem and confidence. Number 3, increased energy, focus, sleep, and academic performance. Next, better social interactions, relationships, and body image. Next, decreases in pain, loneliness, anxiety, and signs of depression. And higher capacity for handling stress and resilience. So, when we say exercise, intentional, kumbaga may time talaga tayo na ginagawa talaga ito. Systematic, ibig sabihin for ginagawa mo siyang routine. no? Talagang intention is to maintain physical fitness. While when we talk about physical activity, ito yung movement such as play, no? Nakikipaglaro tayo ng, for example, patintero, tumbang preso, baseball, softball, o yung CQ base, hindi ba, na kung saan gumagamit din tayo ng ating strength. Pero hindi siya yung katulad na exercise na may routine, no, kumbaga systematic. So for example, day 1 leg day, day 1 cardio day, no, pampalakas ng ating baga. Then day 2 iba naman, day 3 or every other day. So may system na sinusunod kapag exercise. Childhood physical and mental health are not the only advantages of being active. There are several social advantages as well. Playing outside with other kids is a great way to encourage socialization and vigorous play, so such as riding a bike or throwing a ball. In children, physical activity helps reduce symptoms of stress. Two of the best-known explanations for the physical activity helps kids and young adults experience less stress symptoms are their feelings of control and social aspects of it. Furthermore, students or studies indicate that the surge in neurotransmitters or feel-good chemicals released during physical activity, such as dopamine and serotonin, may also contribute to children's and young people's emotions of happiness. Okay, so for your next activity, so think of the activities that you feel calm, happy, and relaxed. So write down those activities in the list provided. So next to each activity, write down why you think it helps you feel less stressed. Write down the benefits that you can get in doing the activity. Then rank each activity based on how much it helps you reduce stress. So using a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being a little and 5 a lot, keep this worksheet somewhere handy so you can refer to it whenever you need to feel less stressed. Okay, so maglilist ka ng mga bagay na sa tingin mong pag ginagawa mo nawawala yung iyong stress or nababawasan. And then irarank mo, ano ba dito yung pinaka nakakatulong sa'yo? Yung pinaka, kapag ginagawa mo talaga, talagang nakakalimutan mo yung mga stress mo sa buhay, no? O yung mga isipin mo sa buhay. And then, ano yung list mo na nakakatulong din, pero hindi kasing tulad nung rank 5 mo. Engaging in physical activity is an effective way to reduce stress and enhance our general well-being. We can live a happier, healthier life and manage stress more effectively if we figure out what physical activities suit you the best and include them into your daily routine. Okay, so various physical activities that can help in reducing stress, such as exercise, hobbies, and indoor and outdoor activities. In today's fast-paced world, stress is something that affects people of all ages, including children. Navigating through school, friendships, and other responsibilities can sometimes feel overwhelming. So minsan parang ang hirap i-handle pag nagsabay-sabay, di ba? Especially for a grade 5 learner like you. However, there are numerous ways to combat stress and promote a sense of well-being, and one effective approach is through physical activity. Engaging in various physical activities not only helps keep the body healthy, but also has profound benefits for mental and emotional health. In this guide, we'll explore a range of activities suitable for children that can help reduce stress levels, boost mood, and promote overall happiness. From outdoor sports to creative hobbies, here's something for everyone to enjoy while finding relief from the pressures of daily life. Okay, sasabihin niyo, ma'am, bakit ganun? Grade 5 pa lang, pero stressful na. Pero hindi kasi pare-parehas ang pinagdadaanan ng ating mga grade 5 learners. For some, stress-free ng kanilang buhay. Pero for some, hindi natin nilang pagpasok nila sa school, may mga dala-dala silang problema mula sa kanilang bahay, mula sa kanilang community, mula sa kanilang friendship, no, with their other schoolmates. So, maigi na rin na bata pa lang ay natututo na silang mag-handle ng stress. Kasi kapag hindi, dadating yung time, pag naging adult na sila, mas mahihirapan silang mag-handle ng ganitong klaseng situation. So, physical activity can also provide children a sense of success as their skills improve and they reach milestones they did not realize they could achieve. Whether children participate in team sports or less competitive activities, such as running, jogging, or hiking, Shared physical activity with other young people can provide them with sense of community and belonging while also reducing social anxiety. After all, it's often easier to connect with others around a common topic or goal. Alright, so now let's have our next activity. So we have here pictures. So parang 4 pics, 1 word. Alright, so we have to identify the physical activity using 4 pictures shown and share with the class how activity or game is being played or do you have experience doing this activity. So for number 1, what do you think this game is or this activity? So gumagamit ng lata, tsinelas, nasa loob ng bilog yung lata, at ang mga bata ay isa-isang pupunteriyahin, no, para mapatumba ang lata. Okay, so that is tumbang preso. So next we have, of course, helmet, we have the bike, road, and a girl biking. So we can see that this activity is biking. So marami-rami na rin yung mga nawiwili sa pagbabike. At hindi lang basta-basta yung mga bike nila, no? Medyo pricey yung kanilang mga bike, medyo mamahalin. Pero hindi naman ibig sabihin kapag hindi mamahalin ang ating bike, eh, hindi na tayo pwede mag-bike. Wala namang ganon. So kung anong bike ang meron tayo, as long as nakakatulong ito sa atin. So you can use that at pwede niyong gamitin sa pag-bike. So next one is badminton. So may shuttlecock tayo, may racket, may badminton court, and we have a player. So pwede nyo yung gawin kasi hindi naman din ganun kamahalan yung set ng badminton. Usually ito yung mga nilalaro ng kabataan sa labas ng kanilang bahay. At syempre kapag naging pro ka na, iba ring level o iba rin yung dapat na raketa yung ating gagamitin. But for recreational or physical activities that can reduce our stress, pwede na natin gamitin yung simple na badminton set. Okay, so next we have, of course, yung mga nawiwili, yung ating mga mommies and daddies, titos and titas, lolos and lolas, Zumba or aerobics, hindi ba? So, nag-iiba-iba lang ng tawag, but ang importante is nag-i-enjoy kasi mas nakakatuwa naman talagang magsayaw lalo na at may mga kasabay tayo. So hindi natin napapansin, pinagpapawisan na tayo at nakakapag-release na tayo ng stress sa pamamagitan ng pagsasayaw. And lastly, we have patintero. So ito pa rin yung isa sa mga Pinoy games na pwedeng-pwede nating laruin kasi madali lang siyang gawin. Madali lang siyang, kumbaga, yung kanyang rules ay hindi naman ganun kakomplikado. Wala ring masyadong kailangang mga equipments. Kailangan mo lang linyahan. Minsan ang ginagamit namin dati dyan yung mga bato na kapag sinulat mo sa sahig or dun sa semento o sa daanan ay parang chalk. Maglilinya lang sila ng 4. Gawa lang sila ng 4 or 6 na rectangle. Yan. Tapos yung sa gitnang line, yung patotot na tinatawag, no? So, yan. So, kailangan lang nilang makalagpas sa mga levels, makapunta at pabalik sa kanilang starting line, no? Para manalo sila or makapag-save sila ng mga kasama nila na nataya. So, why is it necessary for children to get active while young? Because active children learn physical literacy. Physical literacy refers to the knowledge and awareness of how to move your body, the confidence and motivation to exercise, and the social skills required to participate in activities with others. So meron din pala tayong tinatawag na physical literacy. It is the knowledge and being aware on how to move your body and be confident enough to exercise, motivated to exercise, and of course, yung social skills natin is also being developed when we are physically active in terms of playing, diba? Or exercising, or dancing. According to research, physical activity as children predicts adult physical activity and exercise. This ensures that the advantages of physical activity last from childhood to adulthood, lowering the likelihood of anxiety, depression, and stress while also improving stress coping abilities. Those who do not engage in physical activity as children are less likely to be active adolescents and adults because they lack the necessary competence, confidence, and motivation to. So types of physical activities recommended for Children and young adolescents like you, it is recommended that the children participate in 60 minutes of physical activity every day. So simple activities like blowing bubbles teach children deep breathing skills and encourage them to go outside, connecting with nature, playing ball. Playing ball, whether throwing a baseball, kicking a football, or playing tennis or badminton, is a fun and engaging way to involve children in physical activity. Zumba or dance activity. Dancing is an excellent way for children to channel their energy. It feels more like a party than a workout, especially with your friends, making it a popular and undeniably appropriate exercise for all age groups, including kids. And lastly, we have five. So the fourth one is Larong Pinoy or traditional Filipino games. The Philippines boasts rich traditional games that provide enjoyment and promote healthy outdoor activities. These Larong Pinoy offer communal fun, reminiscent of simpler times before prevalent electronic gadgets. So, inabot ko pa to, no? Yung mga tamaang tao, tumbang preso, patintero, CQ base, ano pa, Chinese garter, 1020, what else? Iba pa nating mga laro, langit lupa, di ba? Shake Shake Shampoo. So, yun yung mga traditional natin na mga Pinoy games which keeps us active. And lastly, we have walkathon. A walkathon is a fun activity that turns walking into a game. Children are encouraged to walk an average of 12,000 steps each day through this engaging event. All right. And for your learners' takeaway, so how did playing or engagement to physical activities make you feel? Did you notice any changes in your stress levels or mood after participating in the activity? What aspects of playing or engagement to physical activities do you think contributed to reducing stress? And how did you feel about working cooperatively with your classmates while playing or engaging in physical activities? And did collaborating as a team influence your stress levels positively? Okay, so reflect on a time when you feel stressed. What physical activity or stress reduction technique did you find most helpful in managing your stress and why? All right, so with that, I hope we learned something new. We learned something that could reduce our stress levels, such as focusing on physical activities, Zumba dance, ballet, what else, singing. Okay, kung ayaw mong sumayaw, pwedeng mag-karaoke, di ba? Yung mga feel-good music that make you feel relaxed, pwede din po yan. So, play games. So, wala namang age limit when it comes to games. So, just enjoy, have fun, so that you can distress, mabawasan yung ating mga stress level. So, thank you so much. This is Teacher Aisa, and thank you for being with me. Hope to see you again next time. Thank you, and bye-bye!